How's it going, ladies and bruisers? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. I cannot wait to get back into this. We've been doing alright so far. Obviously it's just been tutorial, but we gotta wander around, explore everything, and then we're gonna head past those two guys if we can. Head into town and stuff. It is a bit different to Original Sin 2. I vaguely remember some of the differences. Like, I remember I was like surprised by the armor thing in Original Sin 2, how that armor works. Because it didn't work like that in this one. In this one it works like it just reduces the damage you take. Or whatever. Maybe we should heal up. There we go. And we got a lot more access to healing spells. Maybe the game's a bit easier than the number 2. I'm not sure. Almost disappointed that I didn't pick Pet Pal straight away, actually, already.
Woe is me.
I remember you.
My sorry lot. Look, look, a wanderer comes my way, walking the sands upon which this poor shell must suffer.
Who are you, Sir Shell?
Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. An exiled shell, doomed to live under a canopy of arid sky, not his native, tender water.
You say that you're doomed?
My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim they can hear the ocean?
Can't hear an ocean with a clamshell, that's silly.
Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long for.
So it's the sea's embrace you long for?
Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water, swing me as far as your arm's strength gives lease, and treasure long sunk I will grant thee.
I love that they put voiceovers into this game. I was not looking forward to doing the reading like we did in Tyranny and Tides of Numenera, especially Tides of Numenera. Fuck, man. The reading in that murdered my voice. It seems strange that you can talk.
Of course I can talk. Don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise should be mine, for I still remember the days when your kind swung from branches and plucked the vermin out of their neighbor's fur.
You don't seem to remember the past very fondly.
Time is an indulgent mistress to one who spends happy hours as she passes. But when your existence is one of misery, she becomes a lethargic hobby. Oh, I remember ancient times, for I have lain here since antiquity, when the ruins around us were palaces, and the sun-bleached dead merry children. All this I have seen, alive, alone, alas.
I should decide what to do with you.
What do you say, kind knight? Will you return the King of Pearls to the sea, so he may yield you long-lost treasure?
We're gonna be a good guy in this run. I do have a tendency to go the evil route, but we got to do that in Tyranny, and it was really good, really good. But we're gonna be a good guy. Kindness is its own reward, and there's the promise of treasure to boot. Let's throw him into the sea.
Agreed. Let's send him home.
Liberator, kind benefactor, bless me the might of your sea-bound bitch. The sea, I have returned, where every wave feels like a mermaid's kiss. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
Thank you. Jeez, that landed right on your legs. Mermaid's Kiss. 11% water resistance and plus 9 HP. Nice. Let's equip that immediately. Alright, let's roll. I think that's all there is to do around this area. To be honest, I think it's time to go talk to those two fellas guarding the bridge. Let's go do that. I do remember some of this, and some not so much, but we'll see. Should be interesting. Come on, fellas, move your asses. I know this is going to turn into a fight. At least most likely.
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius. Does it look like one of them orcs to me? Not a single horn in sight, you know.
Just hold your tongue with you, Bibius. Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Cyseal.
We are here on Source Hunter's business. Here are our orders.
So, you're source hunters, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a 2-bedroom birdcage. That don't prove a thing.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
The wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way.
Excuse me? I'm not going to be pushed around by 2 inebriates. I say we sober them up, and quickly, too.
Killing these men may anger the city.
You'd let these lowly grunts order us around? I thought you had more pride than that.
Scissors. Oh man, we're kicking your ass, lady. Scissors again. No. Nice. I remember this too. Dude, this is long-winded. Rock again. There we go. That should do it.
No, we'll do as I say, and there's an end to it.
Capital. Come along, we're not far from the city.
Hey, level up. Sick. I want this book. Bluegill mushrooms. We're gonna run into orcs, eh? I'm pretty sure we run into orcs. Fire stuff. We should do our level ups. I can't remember what the button is. Oh, there you go. So everything's under inventory. Cool. I'm gonna go... We'll go strength for you. What else we get? We get an ability. Can't put one into two-handed yet, though. Maybe I'll pump up his charisma as well, like I did with in Original Sin 2. And my main character with the ability to convince people of shit. Critical chance, initiative, starting action points, and combat ability to detect traps. Let's go one in speed, I think, for Theo, and... we're just gonna save your point, I think, for now. Alright. Let's go. Free hammer. Free tomato.
What the hell is happening down there? Orcs? Bloody orcs?
You're not doing a very good job of stopping the orcs, are you?
The source hunters had that big fruit.
Ooh, a bow. Any good? 12 to 19. It's the same as what you've already got. Exactly the same. Well, that's a shame. Never mind. These things happen. Alright, here we go. Let's get it on. Donkey Kong. I thought you had fire arrows on you. Did we use them up? That's a shame. Oh well. Let it rip. Gotta deal with the shaman first, I think. He's gonna be the major threat out here.
Battering ram!
Waste him. That's how we do. And then we knock one of those big motherfuckers over on the way. Oh man, how many action points do you have, dude? Jesus. That poor motherfucker's getting slaughtered out there. That was not very fucking friendly, was it? Nice. Attack of opportunity. Dodge that one. Ow! My face and stuff. Pachoo! We should have excellent fucking damage on range. How much does it heal? 10%. That's pretty fucking atrocious, man. You just skip your turn then. See if we can knock this guy down.
Seven, crush you like an ant.
And that'll do us for this turn, I guess. We got way too many guys on our side to lose anyway. And they got action points out the ass. They just go NATO out there. Ow! Dude. In your back. You sack of dicks. Ah, nice. Blood. That makes me feel better. Oh, that guy's still alive. He's just knocked down. Okay. Don't worry, guys. We'll deal with him. Get him. Can you finish him? No. Well, he's actually pretty strong. That's a kind of a bugger.
A stitch in time, eh, friends?
Bleeding? Not cool, bro. Now you're gonna die.
Those orcs had a human commander. How
Who
very
was that joker
curious.
leading those orcs?
And
Damn
disquieting.
Where are Bibius and Junius? Didn't they hear the fight?
Antique cloth shoes. Just what I always wanted. Are they any good? 9 and 7. Yes, they are.
I like you much better with your guts on the floor.
That's not very fucking nice. Alright, I guess we're done here.
Filthy beast! I'll kill the last one of you!
Rotten eggs. Gross. I don't need that
Into
shit.
the fray once more.
There are some corpses to loot, but it looks like they're the ones that were already there. You can't loot corpses that just went down. That looks anyway. Looks like they just drop their shit on the ground when they die.
Sweet relief.
Anything on the boat? Can I take the boat? I kind of want the boat. Free boat. I love free boats. Ooh, treasure chest. Let's have that. Well, that boat's on fire.
Gonna need more than a few buckets to save her.
We got no way to identify anything, do we? No, we do not.
What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
What if the orcs are sending another fleet?
Is that the same?
We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbor.
Hmm. So this one's going to reduce movement a little. The new one gives initiative, which is nice, but it's got a considerable amount more armor to it.
We need more help or she's lost.
Alright, let's go to town.
An orc in love. Ha! When this little charm fades, she'll liberate the flesh from our faces.
Hey, it's a kitty cat.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel.
Ahu? Like Lord Ahu.
Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Cyseal. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city.
I was summoned here by a cat?
So you were, and so you weren't. Behold, there we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag,
Ah,
let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder.
tell me more about the murder.
It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead.
Where can I find the scene of the crime?
Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Cyseal proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek.
A councillor has been murdered, so I assume there are some suspects?
So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts.
Alright, Frank.
She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow.
There's something else I'd like to discuss. It may interest you to know that the orcs we took care of were led by a human.
A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts, a shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
What exactly is the trouble you're having with the undead?
Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane.
From what I've seen and heard, this isn't the first time you've had problems with marauding orcs.
Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating.
You're really dedicated to this cat thing, huh?
We've cordoned off the western beach where most orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here.
Yep, he's dedicated to the cat thing.
There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools.
Do tell me a little bit more about this cat trick of yours.
Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of 2 worlds.
I'll take my leave.
I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Cyseal. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Sects, undead.
Okay, bye.
Looks like we
Thanks
have our
anyway.
work cut out for us.
At least we
Alright, let's have a wander around town. This could take a while. What's the problem, son?
The ship's blazing ever higher. We need more help or she's lost.
You got it.
Are these the biggest buckets we've got?
Cast rain.
7 drum this land.
It's pretty boned anyway, but whatever. Alright, let's go see what else is happening. Ooh, look at that boat. Very nice, very smexy. Let's go have a look. Let's go talk to some peeps. Conrad, who are you?
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Cyseal?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Conrad. Cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale know to give old Conrad a holler when it comes to rare imports and magical items.
What do you think of that attack on the harbour?
Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
Alright, maybe we can trade, because I got a bunch of shit I don't need anymore.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
I don't need any of this shit.
Straight to the pub and back.
I need to read that.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
And you don't really have anything to sell, or your bar.
That loopy
It's an extra bar.
really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Alright, that was good.
Forget about the time the captain took the Duchess.
Sauce? Here in Cyseal? Dah. Of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one.
How about that burning ship?
A ship's got a soul too, you know. You did a mighty fine thing saving that barge. For those of us raised in crews instead of families, it's kin to saving a fellow man.
That was quite the attack on the harbour.
Madness. Thought we were done with those swampy uglies a fortnight ago. Note, though, that none of them dared to come close to the tide splitter.
Ever hear about the time the captain took...
Okay, you're the same as talking to the other guy. Cool. That's good. Ooh, chest.
He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, we can't get past the rope? Dumb.
And don't forget the time he got...
Never mind. Alright. Who we got to talk to now? Citizen? Morning, peasant.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
You got a mad French accent there, son. Legionnaire, that's where the undead are, I assume. Let's have a look around. It's not a huge town, really. It's definitely worth exploring. Everything's worth exploring in Divinity. Pretty much spent the entire episode talking to fucking Ahu in the gateway to coming in here. But that's cool. We'll get there. Slow and steady wins the race in games like this. Let's head up here. This must be into Cyseal proper then. That looks like a bad place to be. It looks like bad news out there. There's dead orcs, dead people. Yeah, not a good time. Not a good time. Let's see what we got up here then. Random legionnaires. Alright, so that must be where we're going. That's the crime scene. We're not going there yet. We need to talk to whoever's in charge. Fucking hell, everything's locked. Where is everybody? And why is everything locked? Locked. There's a sheep. Are you locked, sheep?
This I've spotted.
Interesting. Guess we need a shovel. Did not think about that. We saw shovels around too. And we didn't grab one. That was my mistake. I apologize. Always got to carry a shovel. Everyone knows that. Oh. Maybe we'll find one around here.
I am Stefan, your humble bard, here to serve for your imagination's palate a meal most unforgettable. Of whom should I sing? Of salty pirates mired in brine? Of sweet
Fantastic!
sugared fairies sipping the
Is that why everyone's place is locked? Because they're over there. Ooh, market.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Who are you?
Source hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. Things is chaos. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget, the finest in me herd.
Where's your herd?
I recently sold most of the tender loves to a trader heading north. Plenty of business that way these days. Those miners must be preparing for a mighty great feast. Wish I could have a nibble on my dear darlings, all ground and spiced.
That's kind of weird. Tell me about yourself.
Now that the herd's gone, old Birchie's just scratching by like a hen till the next batch of beasties comes through.
Bet you stolen sheep.
Yes. Oh, Ogget's been missing for more than a fortnight. I love that sheep, you know. Was planning to cook her into a fine midwinter night haggis myself. Do tell me if you hear anything about her. I plan on pursuing whoever stole her with my cleaver in hand.
Nice. I'll see what I can find.
To the zombie problem.
Jerome.
Low proportionate one. Oh, I can see from the symmetry in your face that you are a great fan of the fine arts, no?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a painter by trade, as you can see, but a cartographer at heart.
Nice.
You might think there isn't enough work for one of my talents in a downtrodden city like Cyseal, and you'd be quite right. I travel around Andervale, mastering my craft and finding new subjects to add to my litany of lovely portraits and complex maps. Like this rooster I'm working on now, and the landscape that surrounds him.
Alright, that's enough.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Captain Jack, let's talk to you.
Not in the mood for cheese.
What are ye staring at?
Tell me about yourself.
Captain Jack's the name, though the title may be a little generous at the moment. My crew ran off, and I can't find enough hardy souls to help me reload the ship and sail off.
What happened to your crew?
Those scallywags heard there be silver in the Lacula mines, and they abandoned ship like the lily-liver turkeys they are. Haven't seen them since the day we docked.
Guess I gotta find them too, huh?
Let's see.
Alright, who else is there?
Sheep. Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little stroll around the market, isn't it?
Yes, indeed, thank you.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Vegetable vendor, who are you?
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Oh my god, you got a hilarious voice. But thank you.
Aaron has as many friends as
Alright, what else we got?
with many cheeses.
Fish vendor, town guard. Fletcher. Do you have archery skills?
Well, what sort of arrows do you want?
Ooh.
Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Absorb the elements skill book. Decrease armor but grant higher resistance against the elements. Farseer. Grant a target improves sight and plus 50 chance to hit with a ranged weapon for 4 turns. Removes blinded. Okay. Increase luck and critical chance of you and all around you. Fire an arrow that splinters on impact, dividing 82 to 105 piercing damage over enemy targets in an 8-meter radius. That sounds pretty good. Can I afford it? No. Improved chance to hit with a bow and crossbow at the cost of movement speed. Improved damage with the bow and crossbow at the cost of precision. Piercing damage that forks off. I've already got ricochet. Be a state I've already got. Treat poison. I want splintered arrow. That sounds fucking great. It got 7 AP. Are you fucking crazy? 7 AP?
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, my story's tired by now. I was happy enough, prosperous enough, before these lean times around Cyseal began. Still, that doesn't waive a man's need to eat, you know.
Are you in the habit of stealing?
I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times. But what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose steal.
This is gonna be interesting.
So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
The merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
I'm sure this one little fish won't starve the merchant. He should take the fish.
Alright, we'll do it your way.
All right, we'll do it your way.
That's the spirit! Or should I say, the soul?
He took my fish!
Oh, you just got caught.
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
No, I paid for it. The merchant just left, but I paid. I paid before.
You were a witness to this event now? Tell me what happened.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Well, I guess when we told him to, we're gonna have to cover for him.
This man is telling the truth. He paid for that fish fair and square.
Quite so. I saw him pay the merchant.
I can't thank you enough for your, discretion. I'll be going now.
Well, sorry to have bothered you then, sir. Carry on.
Watch the undead quip.
Now I feel bad. The poor fish vendor got ripped off. Ripped off. Where's the entrance to this place? Up there. Let's talk to Mendius then, whoever the fuck Mendius is.
Delicious dogfish. Yours for a scrap of gold each.
Hey Mendius.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Cyseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
And you are?
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
You're not worried about the undead out and about?
They call the undead a problem, my friend, but those who know the ways of the Fabulous Five see no problems. They see opportunities. An enterprising spirit can wrench riches from cold dead rocks. Or from cold dead, full stop.
About that opportunity you mentioned?
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
Well, I have to admit I do, but you are definitely a cock. Of course I do. How can someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path. The rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
We're here for the killing. The only reason we need money is for bigger weapons, for more killing. Riches don't interest me that much, actually.
Nor me. Wealth is but vanity.
Oh, but I know you're just being bashful. I bet that in your heart of hearts, your eyes water with joy when you discover yet another treasure during your travels. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
As an adventurer, aren't we already our own boss? There's no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
You'll always stay menial with that attitude. Just what those trusted masters want.
You disagree with one another. But that proves you are firm-willed, that you have the minds of independence, not dependence. Admit, life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream, enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
Tell me more about the Fabulous Five.
Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
Can we wrap this conversation up? We're way over time now. So what is it the members of the Fabulous Five actually do?
What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you.
I was generous enough to give you a straight question. Why don't you give me a fucking straight answer for once?
Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship. To join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, so it's a medieval pyramid scheme. Perfect.
By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat, work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlon. You will make the stars shine all the brighter, and you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like?
As much as I think you're a cock and you're probably trying to fucking trick me, the lure of side questing is something I cannot resist. I'd like to enlist.
Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap! You're part of the family. All I need is your lovely little autograph. What do you say?
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold, count me in. The Fabulous 5 business sounds too good to be true, I'm gonna pass. No, count me in, I'm curious.
And me. May all the riches in the world be ours.
I thought you just said you weren't interested in money.
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, but what am I saying? Fabulous is the word. You may not realize it yet, but your fortunes, your very life is about to change for the better. So let us not dilly-dally. To business. Your first assignment is ready and waiting if you're ready and willing.
About my assignment.
Oh, it's a pretty straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Ahu is his name, and he's a frightful eccentric. Scientific type, you know the kind. Favors reason over faith and all that. Not Fabulous 5 material, him. His experimental weapons may keep a couple of skeletons away from the city, but many of his other researches failed, malfunctioned with tragic consequences. One of them was a big lumbering apparatus, a frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to crush the undead by the dozens, piloted as it was by a trained legionnaire. But you can guess what happened. Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Whatever the cause, the thing relieved itself of its pilot and headed north towards a network of caves. Now ask yourself, what if it comes back? It could smash the city walls and claim 100 lives before being subdued. Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the Fabulous 5. The braves who eat such monstrosities for breakfast. Go, my friend. Find this wizard's abomination and claim your just reward from Mayor Cecil in the name of our hallowed guild. Easy money.
I'll take my leave. I'm sure that automaton is terrifyingly powerful. Alright, that was a long-ass conversation. We're gonna have to wrap this up here, because that went on for ages. According to my clock, we're 42 minutes in. So we're gonna wrap this up here. We'll finish exploring Cyseal in the next one, because we've still got quite a bit to do, I think, around here. Is that where the automaton is? Yep, there's a lot to be done. So, until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.